So what if you could manifest an extra 10,000 a month over the next 30, 60, or 90 days? Not by doing more, but through a deep mental shift. I'm Victoria Gallagher. I'm a hypnotherapist, best-selling author of Practical Law of Attraction, the creator of the Believe Hypnosis app, and the founder of the Powerful Manifester Mastermind. And I'm here to talk about your first $10,000 month. My first $10,000 month, which happened way back in the early 90s, or actually the early 2000s, late it was like late 90s, early 2000s when I started my business. So it was right about 2001, 2002. It didn't come from overworking, although I had been trying it that way. And I later realized that that was not effective. That was not going to get me the result. And really, what happened is that it came as a result of completely rewiring my subconscious mind. And that process from where I was at to earning over $10,000 in a month happened over 30 days. And so in this series of videos, there's more than just this one. I'm going to walk you through the exact non-negotiable daily practices that I used to reprogram my subconscious and finally align my energy with wealth. So stick around because you're gonna get the full blueprint. Believe it or not, over 20 years ago, I was completely stuck. Does that sound familiar to you? I was working hard, but my bank account wasn't reflecting all of that hard work at all. And I had this deep-seated belief and just continued to take action in that way that if I just keep working harder, keep working longer hours, that I would eventually break through. If I just keep researching and trying to figure out some other strategy, this doesn't work, that maybe this will work, nothing could be further from the truth. Working hard, working longer, and having the right strategy isn't the way that you are going to get there. It's not about that at all. It's not even about finding the right strategy. The right strategy will do absolutely nothing for you if you don't believe in it and you don't take consistent action on it every day. And almost every strategy will work as long as you believe in it and take consistent action. So working harder for me at the time only led to a complete mental breakdown. Yes, I had to have a complete mental breakdown with nothing left at all in order to find the truth. I literally had to go all the way down to nothing was working. I had to try everything, and finally I just broke down, and it was embarrassing. And the truth is that it was really silly in the end because here I was, a hypnotherapist, with all the tools, with all the understanding of exactly how to reprogram my mind. But having the tools to do that is one thing. Actually doing it is another. And I was in such a fight or flight response when I started my business that I simply was operating based on my old programming that was instilled in me from such an early age, from watching my mom struggle, from watching my dad work so hard, from watching them, my mom particularly, barely get by working so hard. What do you think happened to little Victoria? Little Victoria got programmed with all of that. And even though I was a hypnotherapist, I fell into the trap of thinking that I needed to do more and work harder. And the truth of the matter is it didn't work and it led to an eventual breakdown. But I guess it's maybe isn't that hard to believe because so many of my clients that come to me to help them to manifest more clients, manifest more stable and consistent income are hypnotherapists, are coaches. They have the tools, they know consciously what to do, but they are not able to do it for themselves. So most of us have access. We know how powerful this stuff is, but knowing it and applying it are two different things. So lo and behold, what I came to realize is there is no secret outside of me. And you can search and search and search outside of you, but the secret is not about finding the latest strategy. The secret is not about working harder. No amount of hard work, no amount of looking for another strategy, no amount of working longer was ever going to work until I connected with the real secret. And the real secret has always been inside of me, was always inside of me, and it's always been inside of you. And what I realized was that my subconscious mind, that part that runs the vast majority of our daily lives on autopilot, was programmed for working hard to barely get by. How many of you feel that? How many of you find yourself in a place where you feel stuck and either you work harder or you just get complacent and you get stuck and you just pull back and you just don't do anything at all? How many of you do that? Which way do you end up going? Because for me, there was a day after working my tail off for a year and a half and not getting anywhere that I had a total wake up call. I had an epiphany, and it was an epiphany that changed my life forever. And it was an epiphany that I knew at that moment that I'm destined and I'm meant to help others realize as well, because it's so ingrained in so many people, this work hard because you have this deserving and this abundance and this worthiness issue that tells you that you don't deserve to have it just be easy. And my mind was running programs like making money has to be hard, I have to keep working harder, at longer hours just to stay ahead. Success means you have to struggle, you have to sacrifice. And if I slowed down, everything was going to fall apart. And the big one is I don't deserve more unless I'm doing more. So again, how many of you have felt that way? And that's when I saw it so clearly that it was time to do something completely different. So what I did was I gave myself a 30-day challenge to upgrade the beliefs in my own subconscious mind. And what happened next wasn't magic, but it sure felt like it. Keep in mind that this mental programming is not about wishful thinking. This is about science. This is about using actual, real mental reprogramming techniques to change the beliefs in your subconscious mind, which in turn ultimately changes the actions that you take, and the actions are what changes your reality. So if you're ready to stop chasing and start attracting, let's get into it. So it really starts, so today is all about setting the foundation through absolute clarity. Before you can reprogram your mind, you have to give your mind something specific to program it to do, to focus on. So most people are thinking in terms of what they don't want, right? They don't want to be in debt. They don't want to have to struggle. They don't want to have to sacrifice. They don't want to have clients that don't want to pay their prices, all of that. that needs to change. And that's part of the mental reprogramming that we need to undo is to, number one, get you to become aware of whenever your mind slips into that don't want. And I would invite you today to catch yourself. Start noticing when your mind starts drifting into what you don't want. The other piece of this is that you have to be willing to commit to what you do want, okay? You have to commit to it without knowing how it's gonna happen. You have to be super crystal clear on that because here's the thing. You don't know how, all right now, because if you did know how, you would have it. The only way you're going to find out how is once you commit. Because so many times people spin their wheels trying to figure out how before they're willing to commit to something, and that's simply not going to get you the result that you want. You commit, and the how will come. So, the first and most critical step today, right now, is getting clearer on what you actually want. Your subconscious mind doesn't work with vague ideas like, I want more, I just want more money. Well, how much more? Here's a penny. There you go. Here's $100. There you go. More money doesn't mean anything. It needs a specific target. For me, at that time, that target was 10,000 in 30 days. And for many people, that is a target. And I'm not saying that 30 days is going to be the time in which it is going to appear for you. You have to decide on at least, maybe you don't know the how, but at least you can get your mind to believe that it's possible. So whatever you believe is possible, and really, really like, don't lie to yourself that like, oh, I believe this is possible when you don't actually believe it, because that's also not gonna, you can want it or you can believe it and expect it. And those are two completely different things. So today, for me, it's, my goals are much different than that. My goals are 100K months. And, back then it was 10K months. Why did I want 10K? I wanted 10K back then because, so you have to know why you want it. That's what we're getting into. So 10K may be inconceivable for some of you. Maybe, maybe for you, it's just getting into 1K. Maybe it's getting your first 5K. Maybe you're beyond 10K if you're watching this. Maybe you're looking for 20K or 30K. The amount doesn't matter. 10K just seems to be a goal that so many people have, and there's a reason for that. I mean, it is the amount of money that tends to be associated with a lot of people succeeding at the level that, it's the very, very first level of like real success. So it doesn't matter what the amount is. All that matters is, do you believe it's possible, and why do you want it? Do you believe it's possible? Say yes uh, if you believe it's possible in the comments. Do you believe it's possible, and why do you want it? What is that emotionally going to do for you? Emotionally, what is that feeling that that's ultimately going to bring about? Because here's the thing, you want whatever you want, it's always because you believe it's going to make you, whatever it is, happy, relieved, peaceful, successful, accomplished, whatever it is, just put it out there. Put it out there. And, for me, back in the day, it was just validating. It was validate. That's why I wanted it. I wanted to feel validated that I was on the right path and that I could make a solid living on my own. That's the feeling that it gave me. It gave me a feeling of validation. And it was also, I wanted a feeling of success, accomplishment, achievement, security. So those were some of the feelings that I had going on back then. These days, for my next goal, It's all about impact. I know that the more money I am making, the bigger impact I am making. And that is a really great affirmation for those of you who have this like thing about people making money or yourself, maybe you feel guilty, maybe you feel making more money makes you evil. It doesn't make you anything. It just makes you more of who you already are. So if you are an evil person, sure, it's going to make you more evil. If you are a person who is about making a positive impact in the world, it's just going to give you more amplification to do that. So that's what it is for me, is all about I can make a bigger impact. The more income, the more impact. So this is your first non-negotiable task today. Define your number and define your why. That's all we're doing today. Get crystal clear. Don't worry about the how. Worry about, and don't worry, but simply define the number, define your why, and is this something that you believe is achievable for you? Only put that down if you believe that you can get there. Do you feel like it's going to take 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months, a year? So write a timeline down as well. So those three things. Is it actually those four things? Write down, is it achievable? Write down the amount, write down your why, and write down the time period. Okay. This is the clarity that you need. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. If you're here, you're watching this video, and you're not writing something down here, okay, then it's like you're just wasting your time. You're telling the universe that I am not willing to do the work in order to bring this about. Like, this is simple. This is a really, really simple assignment. So everyone that has gotten to this point in my video, tell yourself that you are doing this. You're breaking through right now by writing it down in the comments. So go ahead and write that down. Write it down in those four things in the comments, and then grab your journal. Write down the exact amount of money that you want to bring in. Journal a little bit more about it. List at least three specific things that that money will do for you. How's it going to make you feel? Is it going to make you feel more freedom, more security, more joy? The more emotional connection that you have, the more you are, signaling this is important to your subconscious mind. So the more emotional connection you have, the deeper this is already going to start to open your subconscious mind so that you can have this. This here is your written declaration. It's a contract with yourself. So don't skip this part, and let me know in the comments the amount, your why. Do you believe it's achievable, and in what period of time? Sharing this is a very powerful first step. So do not skip this part. And if you are really serious about making this your reality, then you've got to go beyond surface level mindset work. And that's what we do within my powerful manifester mastermind. If you care to have a breakthrough in this in your life, if you care to reprogram the beliefs that are blocking you from achieving your next 10K or even 100K or even $1 million month, all right, wherever you're at with this process. And if you have not checked it out yet, then you need to do that now. So join my powerful manifester mastermind. You get in for a free 7-day trial, and you're going to see what it's all about. So go ahead and click the link in this video and go ahead and get yourself started on that path, because this is exactly what is available for you within my program. And also, if you haven't yet, download my Believe Hypnosis app, which is filled with over 1,000 powerful hypnosis sessions, all designed to help you to clear your money blocks and start manifesting faster. Now, be sure to subscribe to my channel because tomorrow we're going to actually dive into the exact programming that was keeping me stuck in survival mode and how this one internal shift opened the door to 10K months flowing with ease. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like this video, turn on the bell icon notification so you don't miss this next episode, which is crucial. This was just scratching the surface. We're going to go much deeper tomorrow. So you've got this, and I believe in you. And go ahead and join me. We are going live in the mornings on my 21-day manifesting challenge inside the Powerful Manifester Mastermind. Find out what it's like to be inside of all this power with all these powerful manifestors that are all making their dreams become a reality. You can do this. Tell yourself you can, and you will, and you have a whole support system of people that are going to back you up and help you along the way. So I look forward to seeing you inside the Powerful Manifester Mastermind. Otherwise, I'll see you here on YouTube tomorrow. Bye for now.